Let us shift the focus now to an important issue looking at gender-based violence through the eyes of young boys. So boys aged 13 to 17 are gathering at the Nelson Mandela Children's Fund's Boy Joy Summit to take part in the fight against gender-based violence. This program is helping them to gain the skills and motivation to become leaders and make a real difference in their communities. SABC News reporter Calvin Dludla is out there. Calvin, hi, a very good morning to you. Thanks indeed for your time. This is a very important conversation. I think what I like about it is that it's starting off these young boys at a very young age on a very important conversation.
Good morning to you, Griselda Lewis, and to our SABC viewers at home. Yes, we are here at Marubeng at the cradle of humankind, and as you have mentioned, boys from 13, they are being taught, they are being molded, they are being empowered to respect women, and they are being taught not to fight with the woman. You would remember that it is highly impossible for boys, if they are not taught at this age. They will be wild when they grow up. But what I like about what is taking place here is that they are listening attentively, so they are given instructions, they are taught on how to behave and treat a woman. But let me introduce one of the senior officials from the Nelson Mandela Children's Fund. That will be Anzio. Anzio, thank you very much. Me and you are grown-ups now. We understand the GBV issues we were taught, and now we understand that we don't have to beat women. We don't have to fight with them. We don't have to scold. If we have issues, we need to talk to them in a nice way. But the young ones that are coming up now, they don't understand. In some parts of the country, when you grow up as a man, you just think that beating a woman or fighting with a woman is the right thing, because you would know that in some households people are fighting, the family is fighting, parents are fighting in front of children, and those children will end up thinking that this is the right thing. But today you decided to take these boys under one roof. What are you teaching them?
So as the Nelson Mandela Children's Fund, we believe that it's important that we engage with boys and young men, especially because they are often, as you've said, they're often understood to be the ones that are participating in gender-based violence and the perpetuators of gender-based violence. But what we found here in this program, and as we engage with them during a boys' summit, is that boys don't feel that this is their role in society. They want to make an active and a positive contribution. So this program is about mental health and well-being. It's about speaking about the issues that arise in our communities, including violence, and trying to understand how it is that we can mitigate this. Our boys are not violent by default, but when we put them in difficult situations, this is what encourages violence. When we put them in environments that are not healthy for them, when we don't focus on them in schooling environments, when we don't include them in our community programs, that's when they are often finding themselves in bad company, and this is what we're trying to stop by engaging them in a space like this where they are with other boys, but they are being taught how to model positive masculinity. They are being taught how to be good boys and young men for the South African future.
How did you get them? Because I was told that some of them are staying outside of the province of Gauteng. Which criteria did you use to get them?
So we've invited boys from at least 6 provinces. The criteria that was used, we were looking for boys between the ages of 10 and 17 from different backgrounds. So we've gone far and wide, asking partners who we work with at the Children's Fund to look out for children who would need this kind of support. So we've got children from Khayelitsha, we've got children from Vembe, we've got children from Thohoyandou. You know, they are from all over the country, and they've come together from different schooling backgrounds, from different community backgrounds, from different class backgrounds in the country, and they've come together as a diverse cohort so that we can hear the voices of a diverse group of boys speaking in unison with one another as they think about their future in South Africa.
Are you also hosting this event here in Gauteng? Are you going to visit other provinces?
So we've invited the boys to come from other provinces here, and in our general programming we do go to other provinces, but this particular programming has come to the cradle of humankind, as we'd like to remind them that people were not always violent, people were not always behaving poorly, and so we thought this was an appropriate spot to host this.
How long are you going to take?
So the event will finish on Monday morning. They got here last night, and it's a full 3-day program.
How are they behaving themselves amongst themselves now?
I mean, you can see them. They're having a good time. You know, these boys are very well behaved. But when you hear why, in some instances, they are not behaving, oftentimes it's because of the circumstance that they find themselves in. But generally, they are well behaved. They are having fun with us. But it's also interesting when you listen to their feedback. What are these boys saying? They're saying South Africa says that we are violent. It is not true. South Africa says that our masculinity must look a particular way. It is not so. And we also want girls to be part of these conversations so we can figure out solutions for gender-based violence together.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Griselda, that was Anzio from the Nelson Mandela Children's Fund. It is disturbing, Griselda. Both of us are working in the news environment. Every day we normally report about gender-based violence and related cases where you would find that a man is beating his girlfriend or wife or other females. They are beating them in most cases because they know very well, Griselda, that they can't defend themselves because of power. Men, in normal cases, are more stronger than women. So they know that if I fight with you, it is impossible that you would be able to respond in a manner or a way that a fellow man will respond. It's very difficult, especially, Griselda, in some rural areas of this country. That is why I asked the NGO as to when are they taking such programs to rural areas? Because in some parts of the country, it is normal just to beat a woman. They will tell you that they will tell you, Griselda, that umfazi mayengalaleli uyashaywa, and that is what most people are experiencing in some parts of South Africa. Because these younger ones that are here now will think that beating a woman or shouting at a woman or treating her badly is something that is normal. In most cases, families are fighting. The father will just beat the mother in front of children, and the male will think that that is fine, only to find out that it's something that is bad. Griselda, GBV cases are prevalent in South Africa, especially in some parts of the country in the rural areas. So the Nelson Mandela Children's Fund, Griselda, have decided to invite young men so that they can groom them to be better people when they grow out. It's coaching here in Maropeng where we are. The program, Griselda and the View at Home, is underway. We are watching it attentively so that we can make sure and we can attest that these young men are groomed to be better people when they grow up. Griselda.
All right, Calvin, thank you very much. Indeed, it is a scorcher out there, so I'm going to let you go. Thank you very much, Calvin, and we look forward to those meaningful discussions that are taking place.